through. The drums of Nandala village stopped suddenly that night. The wind moved slowly through the tall grass of the savannah. Firelight danced around the huts, while elders sat quietly near the great baobab tree. Something in the air felt strange, as if the forest itself was holding its breath. Kofi, a young hunter known for his brave heart, walked alone toward the river. The moon hung low in the sky, pale and watchful. Crickets sang in the darkness, but even their songs sounded uneasy. Then Kofi heard it. A soft cry, not human, not animal. He followed the sound deeper into the forest, where the ancient trees whispered in the wind. Suddenly, a faint blue glow appeared between the roots of an old tree. There, trembling like a lost child, stood a small spirit made of light. Its eyes were filled with fear. And when it looked at Kofi, it whispered softly, "Please, help me find my way home." Sue stood still as the glowing spirit looked up at him. The forest around them grew quiet. Even the wind seemed to stop between the tall trees. The small spirit flickered like a weak flame, its blue light shaking with fear. "I am lost," the spirit whispered again. Kofi remembered the warnings of the village elders. They always said spirits belonged to the world of ancestors, hoping one could bring great blessing or terrible danger. Far away, the sound of distant drums rolled through the night. Kofi looked at the spirit. It looked no bigger than a child, and its glowing eyes were full of sadness. "What is your name?" Kofi asked gently. "I am Luma," the spirit replied. "I cannot find the path back to the spirit mountain." Kofi's heart beat faster. Spirit mountain was far beyond the dark forest, where few humans ever walked. But the spirit looked helpless. So Kofi made a decision that would change his life forever. Kofi held Luma's faint glow carefully in his hands as they moved deeper into the forest. Shadows stretched like long fingers, and the scent of wet earth and wildflowers filled the air. Every rustle of leaves made Kofi's heart jump, but he felt a strange courage growing inside him. Tapa. After hours of walking, they reached a clearing where an ancient stone stood, covered in moss and carvings of ancestors and animals. Luma floated closer, eyes wide with recognition. "This is the path," Luma whispered. "The carvings show the way to Spirit Mountain. But humans rarely survive it." Kofi traced the mossy symbols with his fingers, feeling a warm pulse beneath them. Suddenly, the wind rose, and whispers of ancestors filled the clearing. "I will guide you," Kofi said firmly. "We will face it together." For the first time, Luma's trembling light steadied, shining brighter with hope. The journey toward the unknown had truly begun. The deeper Kofi and Luma traveled, the darker the forest became. Twisted branches scratched at their skin, and strange noises echoed low growls, distant whispers, and the soft flutter of unseen wings. Every step felt heavier, as if the forest itself tested their courage. Suddenly, a shadow emerged, a dark, swirling figure with red eyes that burned like coals. "Who dares to touch the path of the spirits?" it hissed. Luma trembled, her glow flickering weakly. Kofi stepped forward, placing himself between the shadow and the small spirit. "I am Kofi," he said bravely. "I will help Luma return home. We mean no harm." The shadow laughed, a sound like breaking branches. "Then face the truth," it said. "One cannot help the lost without risking their own soul." Kofi's heart pounded, but he tightened his grip on Luma's light. Fear surged, yet determination burned brighter than ever. The forest seemed alive, watching, waiting for what would come next. At last, Kofi and Luma reached the base of Spirit Mountain. The sky was painted with streaks of red and gold as the sun began to rise. The air was thin, and every step upward felt like climbing into the clouds. Rocks shifted beneath Kofi's feet, and the wind howled like an angry spirit, but he held Luma close, thick. Halfway up, a sudden storm erupted. Lightning split the sky, thunder shook the mountain, and the path became slippery. Luma's glow flickered violently. I cannot go alone," she cried. Kofi took a deep breath. "We face it together," he shouted over the roar of the wind. With steady hands, he guided Luma across jagged rocks, protecting her from the lightning's flash. Finally, at the mountain's peak, a circle of ancient stones glowed. The storm vanished, and the sky cleared. Luma's light shone brilliantly, pure and free. She turned to Kofi with tears of gratitude. "Thank you for saving me." The wind on Spirit Mountain was calm now, carrying the soft whispers of ancestors. Luma hovered in the glowing circle of stones, her light bright and steady. Kofi watched in awe as she began to rise higher, circling the sky like a tiny star returning home. "Remember," Luma said, her voice echoing like a gentle drum. "Helping those who are lost requires courage, patience, and a pure heart. Your bravery has given me a second chance." Kofi smiled, feeling both tired and proud. Around him, the forest seemed alive with soft light and distant echoes of gratitude from unseen spirits. When Kofi returned to the village, he shared his story by the firelight. Elders nodded, children listened wide-eyed, and the drums began to beat once more. The village learned that night. Kindness and courage can guide the lost, and even the smallest act of help can change destiny forever. Moral: true courage shines when we help those in need, even when fear surrounds us.